Well, hello there, and welcome. We are here today to play some Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Let's do it. We're resting until night because one of the things that we have to do today needs it to be nighttime. So we're doing that real quick. Grab ourselves a little korok, because who doesn't love those guys, right? And then we're doing a lot of horse riding, okay? We're doing a lot of horse riding today. I've hopped off the horse to talk to this friendly traveler over here. After you talk to Impa in Kakariko Village, there will be travelers in the world all of a sudden. Yeah, they want to kill you. Yeah, they want to kill you for some reason. They're not very nice. So, you gotta knock that guy out. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Am I right? And then we get back on the horse. So this is why we wanted it to be nighttime. There's a shrine here, okay? You got to shoot this little statue with the glowy eyes at night. It only has glowy eyes at night. And that'll make the shrine appear. And this will be the Urog shrine. Trial of Passage. It's a fun one. This is a fun shrine quest. You can see there's a big spiky ball. That's a good sign, right? That's a good start. Ouch. There's a little spiky ball. There's a bunch of spiky balls in here. Yeah, and there's this wheel, right? And you got to get on the platform to get to where you're going. One of the things that we see in this shrine for the first time is, I know that I said it, I think it was last time, but every shrine has at least one chest, right? Me, personally, just who I am as a person, right? I want to get every chest in every shrine. That's the way it has to be, right? That's the whole completion-ish thing, is that part of that is that I want to get every chest. You frequently see me open a chest. It's a weapon. My weapons are full. I can't take it. The chest closes. I have to get that weapon, right? If I don't open the chest and take the weapon, then I have not opened every chest in the shrine, and the shrine is quote-unquote incomplete. So whether I want the weapon or not, I have to take every single weapon. And it's not, nobody's forcing me, right? But it's me forcing myself. I have to do that, or I have messed up, right? I've not completed the shrine properly. So we're going to do that in every single shrine. You're going to see a lot of that. You're going to say, hey, you're throwing away, something better than what you're picking up, or the same as what you're picking up, or whatever it is. And it's for that reason. It's because I can't leave a chest unopened. Even out not in shrines, I really strongly prefer to not leave chests unopened. It's very rare that I'll do it. I might try to make myself do it more, because I know out in the wild of the world it doesn't really matter as much, but in a shrine, 100% of the time I'm going to open that chest. Yeah. Oh, and I didn't even talk about the shrine. There's the wheel thing. You got to get on the platforms, right? You get all the way up to the top. There's the end of the shrine. Hey, we did it. And then we're back on the horse. I cut out a lot of horse riding from this video, so if you want to see Link riding a horse, you should go check out the no commentary version of this video. There's a lot of horse riding, okay? There's another traveler. Oh my gosh, a friendly traveler just looking for some grilled salmon. And my life. Oh no. The Yigas can be a little bit weird to fight if you're not used to them. They're very fast. They're very dodgy. They have some abusable attacks once you get used to them. That little teleport thing, they're going to try to drop on your head, so you can just kind of back off a little bit, and then they drop, and then you get some free swings in. But it takes some getting used to, for sure. And here we are at another tower. It's the Hateno Tower. So again, friendly reminder, you want to get all the towers, right? Because the towers reveal your map. The towers are also good to fast travel to. So towers, very important. This is the first tower that we're going to come across that actually has a little bit of a challenge to it. The early towers, right, are nothing, right? That first tower is just, you climb it and you're good. Every tower after that has some kind of a weird little quirk, right? Some kind of a weird little thing, a little puzzle or a combat section or whatever it is. Something that you have to do beyond just climbing straight up. And this one has thorns all over it, and the pillar or the platforms are kind of spaced to where you can't quite get to them super easily. This is one of the reasons why I really like to have that extra tick of stamina, because if you come to this tower with just one full stamina wheel and nothing else, it's a little bit tricky to get to some of those platforms unless you want to use a stamina elixir or something like that. But with that extra tick, you're perfectly good, right? You hop around, you get wherever you need to. You saw lower down, there was a point where I jumped and I was like at the end of my stamina wheel, right? I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have the extra stamina. So, but we do have it. So everything's easy, and that's great. that's perfect. That's why we did that. Plop. Regional map extracted. Nice. And then we're off to our next destination. So this whole first part of today, okay, we started in Kakariko Village. We are speed running. We've been speed running to get to Hateno Village. Okay, because there's a tech lab in Hateno Village, and we need something there. All right, we desperately need something from that tech lab. Every time I play Breath of the Wild, there's certain goals, there's certain milestones, right? Getting the paraglider is a super huge one. You can't play the game until you get the paraglider. And then once you get the paraglider, you're like, oh, nice, I can play the game now. The camera. That's what we're going for. You need the camera. Maybe you don't need the camera. I need the camera in order to be able to play the game. Okay? I can't play the game without the camera. That's just it. That's all there is to it. And it's not even that the camera really necessarily gives me a whole lot of benefit, because it doesn't. I don't ever really use the functions that you get from it. But it's a completion-ish thing, right? You fill up your catalog. You fill up your, well, I don't remember what the heck it's called. We're gonna see it later. You fill up your thing, right, with all the pictures that you take of stuff. You have to do that, and you can't start doing that until you get the camera. So we want to get the camera as soon as we can. So that's what we're going for. We're getting the shrine here first in the village, obviously, because we want every single shrine, of course, but we also want to be able to teleport back to the village when we need to. This shrine is a fun one because it's got this little thing, but you can cheese it if you want to by just going flip. That worked out perfectly. I didn't expect it to go that well, but it was amazing. This thing can be really tricky, actually. Very, very surprisingly challenging, and a little bit frustrating sometimes. So I am absolutely overjoyed that it went so well for me. And then you flip it off of this little thing and onto the ramp on the left side there, and it goes down the ramp, it goes into the hole, it opens the gate, you're good to go. There's a chest. Hold on. There's a chest in every shrine, right? The chest is inside that little area. So we have to get it. We can't not get it. You have to position the thing to where you can jump on it, which obviously I didn't do a very good job of that this time, did I? You have to have it aimed, like tilted, right, to where you can jump onto it to get the chest. But also not tilted too much, because you have to be able to jump back off of it to get off of there, right? So it's a little bit of a weird positioning thing that you're trying to get with this. And all of that time that I saved by flipping the ball and cheesing the puzzle, I lose it because I have to run all the way back here to reposition the stupid thing just to get the chest. But we do need the chest, you know. It's non-negotiable. You have to get it. You can't not get it. So we're looking for a perfect position. I'm looking on the left over there to see that those two platforms are like roughly equal height with each other, because you have to be able to jump again, jump over to get the chest, and then jump back to be able to continue your journey so that you're not just trapped in this shrine for the rest of your life. And there we go. We got the Phrenic bow. This is an interesting and unique bow that I basically never use, but hold one in my inventory for the entirety of the game. Because this is, I think, the only bow, or one of the only bows, that zooms in. There's very few cases where you would ever need a bow that zooms in. But there are some cases where it's helpful. And, you know, I'm a hoarder. So I know that I'm going to want this bow at some point. So rather than worrying about exactly what point that is, I just get the bow and then keep it forever. And just don't ever get rid of it. Because that way you have it when you need it. There you go. So we're back in Hateno Village. We did the shrine. Perfect, right? We're going to talk to this lady and get a little quest. We want to do a bunch of side quests. Completion-ish. So not 100% of the side quests. I'm not going to make myself do every single one. But I do like to do a lot of the side quests. And this is the tech lab. This is what we came for. Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. That's the director right there. She looks like a child, but she's not. Okay, spoilers. She's an old lady. She needs us to light the furnace with a blue flame. So, we're going to have to go to the blue flame, get it on our little torch, and then carry it to the tech lab. There's lanterns along the way that we're going to light. You don't really have to light the lanterns, but I do it just in case. But you have to get the blue flame all the way back to the tech lab. You probably want to pay attention to your weather, which is down near the map. You can see the little clouds down there. If it's going to be raining sometime soon, this quest is going to suck for you. Because that'll put your flame out. You won't be able to do it. But yeah, I like to light all the little lanterns along the way leading up to it. You don't have to. You only have to light the one at the tech lab. But the lanterns are good in case you accidentally put your torch away or something like that. And then we light the one at the tech lab. Now we can teleport to the tech lab. Cool, right? Awesome. But more importantly, most importantly, one of the most important things in the game. Snap! The compendium, that's what it is, right? The compendium is where it stores all of your pictures. It's just a completion thing. It really, I mean, for me, it is. It's also usable. There's the Sheikah Sensor Plus that I actually can't get yet, but you can set your sensor to, instead of targeting shrines or whatever, it targets, you know, a mushroom, or it targets a you know, soldier's spear or whatever it is, and then your sensor will like be able to guide you in the direction of these things. So if you really wanted to get some bolt fin trout and you can't find them, you set your sensor to that, and that makes it easier to find. But I almost never use that. I just hate the sensor noise. I just don't like it. So for me, it's just a completion thing. Yeah, I just want to fill up my compendium with all of the pictures. So we're going to get to snapping. Got to remember how to use my camera. There we go. Okay. Let's take some pictures. So you can take pictures of gear on your character. That's the easiest way to do it. You also saw I took a picture of that torch. So just gear out in the world, you can do that. Weapons, shields, bows. And also like collectible items, mushrooms and things like that, right? But I have all this stuff that I've been holding on to, waiting to get the camera that I don't want to get rid of until I take a picture of it. So now we can do all of those things. Just a whole bunch of picture taking. Okay, I hope you enjoy the camera. I hope you enjoy taking pictures, because there's a lot of it to do. Are you ready? Sometimes you got to get just the right angle. And there we go. We took all of our pictures. Now we can finally get rid of whatever it is that we want to from our inventory. I don't have to hoard them all. Thank goodness. I'm checking here to make sure that I have some cold weather stuff, because up next you can see 3 trees on the mountains out there in the distance. Those 3 trees lead you to a shrine, and that shrine is where we need to go. It's very cold over there, okay? I have the doublet, which gives you 1 level of cold resistance, but we need 2 levels. Thankfully, I have a spicy meat and seafood fry. So that gives us our 2nd level of cold resistance, and then we're good to walk through this very cold area to get to the shrine that we're going to. It's our first Lizalfos skeleton. These guys are a little dodgy. They can be a little bit dangerous, especially for me at this point in the game, having 4 hearts, and that guy would have done 24 damage with his weapon. Probably would have one-shot us. Hey, look, we get to use the camera again. Nice. You can also take pictures of enemies. Again, you can track them with the sensor. I think it shows what they drop and stuff like that in the compendium. Again, never use it. Just want to have the collection filled, right? We're trying to bomb these wolves, but I don't have upgraded bombs yet, so they don't die in 1 hit. Disappointing. But you can still smack them with a weapon. We're looking at the map here because the whole thing with this shrine, it's a shrine quest, and there's these 3 trees. You can see the 3 dark spots on the map, and they make a line, and at the end of that line is where the shrine is. So I'm just marking roughly where the end of the line should be. Hey, look, more pictures. I'm not kidding. I'm going to end up cutting out a lot of the picture taking from the this edited series, the completionist series, right? But if you watch the no commentary full version of this Breath of the Wild playthrough, you will see me use the camera a lot. Okay? I mean a lot. Like a lot. It's just, I just have to take pictures of everything. That's just how I feel about that. So, and here's the shrine that we were looking for. Thank goodness. It's the Tahno shrine. This is the first shrine that we come to where it's a blessing. It's a blessing. There's no puzzle. There's no combat. We get climbing boots, which is amazing. That's our second piece of climbing gear, by the way. So yeah, absolutely fantastic, right? Blessing shrines. So the blessing shrines are usually, if there's a shrine quest to get into the shrine, there's a good chance it'll be a blessing shrine. Or if there's, you know, just something in the way of getting into the shrine. Maybe there's some huge combat that you gotta do. You gotta fight a dragon. You gotta do whatever it is to get into the shrine. It's probably gonna be a blessing shrine, right? And that's great. And then we're finishing up today by teleporting back to Kakariko Village for something very, very important. You might know what it is if you saw the beginning of this video. We're going to start by getting a couple of bloopies. That guy right there. They run away from you, by the way, so you want to have your stealth armor on. You want to be very sneaky. These guys are cool, especially in the early game, because every time you hit them, they pop with rupees. Rupees. Random colors of rupees. So we got a few reds there. Those are worth 20 each. Fantastic, right? Sometimes you'll get a purple that's worth 100. Amazing. There's 2 bloopies here. So we want to pick up some quick early runes. Offset some of the cost of this stealth armor. Right? Because it was very expensive. Yeah. But they're very useful. They're only in certain places. I think around fairy fountains is a common place for them. But yeah. And then here's a fairy fountain. There's fairies here. Fairies are one of the most important things that you can pick up as far as like crafting items, basically, right? Don't ever craft with a fairy, by the way. In my opinion, that's a bad idea. But having fairies in your inventory means that anytime you die, you get resurrected. Nice. And this is what we came for. Oh my gosh. It's a fairy, aka a giant lady wearing almost nothing. Yeah. So these are the great fairies. These are what great fairies look like in Breath of the Wild. And this is how you upgrade your armor, okay? Enhance your clothing with materials. So all the random garbage that we've been picking up along the way all has a purpose, right? We want to upgrade our stealth armor. We need blue nightshade. Well, good thing we've picked some up, right? You can upgrade almost all of your armor. There's going to end up being a total of 4 great fairies, and each one that you find increases your level that you can upgrade your armor to. So we've only found 1 fairy. We can only upgrade our armor to level 1 for now. But, you know, you'll find more. You can upgrade higher. The higher you want to upgrade, the more different, rarer, more valuable materials it takes to do it. So this time it's just blue nightshade, which is like nothing, right? The next upgrade for the stealth set takes fireflies, and the next upgrade takes sneaky river snails, or stuff like that. So this is part of the reason why we want to pick up absolutely everything that we can, even if I don't actually need that item for anything. I probably need it to upgrade some armor somewhere. So yeah, we want to upgrade all of our armor because that gives us more armor. That seems pretty self-explanatory. Helps you stay alive longer, right? Especially early on. I only have 4 hearts, for goodness sake. So more armor is really helpful. And since I like to use the stealth armor so much, and the stealth armor has less armor, generally speaking, than most armor sets, so upgrading it is even more important so that I don't have super weak armor. But yeah, there we go. That's our armor. So with that, we are going to be done for the day. I had a good time today. I had a lot of fun with this one today. And I hope that you have too. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope that you have had a good time. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, seriously, I mean this. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. It really does. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, that would be amazing. I love you. We are going to come back for next time. Okay? And I will see you later.